Hey man, let me tell you about this girl I met the other day. They have these church mission groups come through here a few times a year to paint churches and redecorate buildings. There was a group here from Houston last week. It happened that I was away for half the week on a short road trip, and I got back on Wednesday night. And this group was there, due to leave on the Saturday. The last American group that came through was a right pain. And I was actually expecting the same with this one, so I wasn't going to pay them much attention. Actually, they're all lovely people. There was this cute little thing who said "G'day," that I said "G'day" to on Wednesday, and she looked at me blankly saying, "¿Cómo estás?" I thought that's strange. I thought they all speak English. Not to worry. Then later in the dinner queue, she said, "Mi hablo Jill, habla inglés?" That made me laugh. She thought I was Hispanic. And I thought she was Mexican.
Okay, good. Touche.
The next few days, she was busy doing her church group stuff, so I didn't talk to her much, except for passing greetings. Then on the Friday night, the last night that they were here, the group was sitting around talking after dinner. I hung around because I wanted the chance to talk to her. I got the feeling she was doing the same. Gradually, people started peeling off to go to bed, and we got a chance to talk. That turned into all night, and by the time she thought she'd better go to bed, because people talk, they'd locked the door. She had to sleep on the couch in my house. It was all a bit strange, knowing that we wouldn't see each other for only that night. But to be honest, I don't think I've ever felt so immediately comfortable in somebody's company. Often we didn't talk, but just sat there, next to each other. She's young, really young. 18, and just about got her first year uni. She's got a lot of living to do, but the amazing thing was, and the more I think about it, the more certain that I am that she is exactly like my mother in every way. They say blokes look for someone just like the mother. I think they're probably right. I went out to the airport with them to say goodbye. It was a bit strange having an audience for that. At least I didn't know any of them. I can only imagine the flack that she got when she got on the plane from all her mates. I would have loved to have gone on that plane with her. Since then, we've ridden every day, each other day, for the last week. But anyway, talking about my wife, yours is a more genuine proposition. At least she lives in the same country as you. Well, Chris, thankfully you were wrong. Jill was a genuine article, and I love that you never stopped thinking of her or able to find her again. Never have I seen Chris so comfortable or happy than when he is with Jill. They just work together, you really do. And it doesn't hurt that you laugh at all his silly, stupid jokes, of which there are many. Chris, once again, it's an honour to be your best man, and I have no doubt that your union with Jill will bring you much happiness. Congratulations again, and I ask you all to raise your glasses, of which I don't have one, and make a toast to the bride and groom. Thank you.
Mr. Matthew Rayburn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. We'll now be hearing from our maid of honor, Marie Auxier.
Hi. How's it going? How's it going? Good. Okay. So this is weird hearing my own voice. Last night at the rehearsal dinner, our friend Preston gave a fabulous speech, and it was just so good and so gushy, and he'd been working on it for 2 months, and he's an actor, and so of course he had it all memorized. And anyway, so after that, me and Matt looked at each other and said, we're screwed. And after those 3 speeches, I just want to say that I am like triply screwed, so I'm going to do my best here. I don't have notes, so here we go. As you know, I'm the maid of honor. I met Jill going on 5 years ago now at Frog Camp, freshman year at TCU, where we all met at college. And we had 4 years of awesome, eventful college shenanigans. And you were there for me through the best and the worst of it. And at the end of it, I moved 2,000 miles away to Portland, Oregon, which I hope all of you visit at some point. It's a great city. And even then, you were there for me, 2,000 miles away. We emailed, we called. I felt you were like right there next to me. When I got here off the plane, I walked in your house. It was like it was yesterday I saw you. So you've always been there for me. Even a couple days before your wedding, when I get pulled over by the Houston cops and I have 4 foreigners in the back of my car. Thank you for bailing me out. Anyhow, so at this moment, I looked for a piece of wisdom or a golden quote that would just be, you know, amazing, fit the moment of the occasion. And I looked at everything from Dr. Harry Potter's Art of Theater notes to Shakespeare to Napoleon Dynamite to anything I could get my hands on. And what I kept coming back to was this thing that you have repeated to me on several occasions. And although I don't share the same obsession for this movie as you do and the rest of us, we watched this movie before getting ready for the wedding. This is how obsessed we are with this movie. But I think it fits the moment perfectly, so I'm going to raise my glass and say, love is a many-splendored thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. All you need is love. So to the newlyweds, through this life and the next life, I hope you're there always for each other. And to Jill and Chris.
Well said. Cheers.
Marie Auxier, ladies and gentlemen. We'll now be hearing from our groom, Chris Morrison.
Thank you. On behalf of my wife and I, thank you very much. I can't say enough how blessed we are to have so many people who love us so dearly join us here. We're really stunned by, Gary talked about the distance that people have come, and it would sound like an Oscar acceptance speech if I tried to go through and name everybody and how far that they've come. But we truly feel blessed to have so many people here. To Gary and Julie, I think I was blissfully ignorant of the suspicion with which I may quite justly have been regarded. And that's a tribute to you, and you're welcome. I've never felt anything but positive regard from you, despite any misgivings which you might quite justly have had, given that I'd blown in and had no connections to anyone, and I could have been just about anybody. And I was clearly showing interest in your daughter. I was always treated very warmly, and I thank you dearly for that, and thank you so much for welcoming me into your family. To Jill, thank you for saying yes. I love you, sweetheart. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And I think that's just about it. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll hand over to Ivan.
Mr. Chris Morrison, ladies and gentlemen. Our bride and groom will be mingling for the next few minutes with you guys, and they'll be doing their cake cutting here shortly, so please be sure to spend some quality time with our newlyweds.
Let's join together.